Hello and welcome to Boring Dad Gaming, where today I'm going to be starting a new game on the channel and one I'm quite excited to be showing. This is Skald against the Black Priory. It's a retro style game, very much with modern sensibilities. I played a demo of it quite a while ago now and I've been looking forward to it ever since. Basically, it's very much like role-playing games I played probably in the late 80s, early 90s, something like that. The first game I really played was Ultima 4, so I'd say it's very much that sort of early Ultima games type of vibe. Yeah, lots of cool stuff. We're going to dive in and do a new game, but before we dive in, I just wanted to have a quick look at some of the settings, just to show off a couple of things, and also explain a couple of things. So, in terms of the difficulty settings, I've gone with basically the normal settings. I did change a couple of things. I'm just kind of showing it for other people who want to play, or just to explain some of the things we've got here. So I've actually... The only thing I've enabled is the no encumbrance setting, because I hate encumbrance limits in games. They're not for me. I've also enabled XP for characters that get knocked out. I didn't want kind of party characters to get left behind if they get knocked out. But everything else is kind of set. So we've got like main character can die. We have to eat still. We don't heal automatically at the end of combat. We'll see how that goes. If it's a massive pain to actually heal between encounters, maybe we'll rethink that one. But yeah, otherwise everything is pretty much as standard. I thought this was kind of cool. On the display settings, you can make it look like an old CRT monitor, which is kind of cool. I'm not going to have that active, but I just think it's quite a cool little touch. And then I'm going to just have a quick talk about the fonts. So there's a lot of text in this game. I've gone through these prior to recording this episode just to try and... I know some people like to read the text on screen, just to try and find what I think is probably the easiest settings to read. So there's this style of font, which I thought was a little small. There's this that I'm going to go for, which just seems a bit bigger. I didn't really want all caps, though, even though that's probably the easiest to read. So I've kind of gone with like a halfway house there. You can change the colours of everything, but I've gone for sort of yellow descriptive text, white dialogue, and then you can change the background colours. This is what the default looked like. So you can kind of see like the shading on the letters and stuff. But I actually this is a dark background. I went for just the black background. I thought that's sort of the high contrast between the text and the background probably made it the easiest to see. So yeah, quick check of the audio levels. How are we doing? I might turn the music down ever so slightly. Right, let's start a new game. Oh, okay, well this is doing it anyway. I've gone through and done this in the settings menu, so that's fine. I think you can change it anytime anyway. Do let me know if you're having trouble reading the text in this. As you've kind of seen the options, and as I said, I think I've gone for the one that is going to be the best and easiest to see. Best of all worlds, hopefully. Welcome to character creation. Start by picking a difficulty. Well, I've already done that. Oh, that's easy. Oh, okay. I've already done all this. Oh, no encumbrance enabled, and okay, yeah, so this is the normal setting that I've kind of customized. That's fine. Select a class for your character. Classes define a character's role in the party by adding certain exclusive abilities. Okay, so these probably do equate in some way to the classic D&D characters, but I don't know. This wasn't in the demo, this part, so we're going to read through and kind of see what the sort of character I want to play. So, archetype warrior, arms master. Does not have a specialised feat tree. Instead, the Arms Master has access to all the combat-centred feat trees, and they start with extra development points to represent their martial expertise. The main attribute for this class is strength. May use any armour, may use all weapons of any type. Okay, so yeah, kind of like a straight warrior type, maybe. I always think they're a little bit vanilla. Battle Magos. The Battle Magos is a Magos specialising in the destructive spells of the Fire Magic School. Unlike other Magi, they also get access to a few basic combat-related feats and may wear light armour. Okay, that sounds kind of interesting. I do like a fireball in role-playing games. Champion, archetype cleric. Okay, so cleric excels in the use of blades and armour while still having limited divine spellcasting abilities. Oh, presence. Okay, is that a bit like charisma? Read and react to the surrounding environment of people. More like an awareness type thing. May use any armour. Okay. Guild Magos is a spellcaster who can develop all the different arcane spell schools fully. This comes at the cost of having absolutely no combat-related feats. may not wear armor. So I guess this would be a wizard, and then this one may be more like a sorcerer. I kind of like them being able to wear armor. How does that compare in terms of the starting stats? So DP is development points. Gained when leveling up, used to buy ranks in feats. Okay. HP per level 2, magic per level 4. 7, 2, 4. So those are the same, but it doesn't have quite as many development points for feats. Okay. Hierophant. Maybe more like a druid? A Hierophant is a cleric who can develop all the different divine spell schools fully. This comes at the cost of having absolutely no combat-related feats. Okay, light armor, club. It does sound a little bit like a druid. Hospitaller. Another cleric who serves as a frontline healer. Well armed and armoured, they can stand their ground against overwhelming foes while also getting access to the highest tiers of the body magic school. Maybe more like a paladin style? Any armour and light and medium weapons, mainly clubs. Okay. Then we have an officer, another warrior archetype. It serves as a force multiplier through their tactical skills. Issuing orders across the battlefield, they vastly improve the performance of their fellow party members, so like a support class, really. I think as a player character, I always kind of prefer to be a bit more of not necessarily a frontliner, but someone who takes the initiative in combat as opposed to sort of buffing others. Ranger, specialising in range combat and with access to limited nature magic. Any armour, yeah, okay, I kind of like that type of character to play. Rogue uses stealth to set up devastating backstab attacks. Agility. Might be a little bit tougher to play as someone who's at this point unfamiliar with the combat system. I'm leaning towards a ranger, potentially. Access to limited nature magic, I mean, yeah. Should I go Battle Magos? Might be a bit squishy at first. I do like throwing spells around though. Making my light armor. I think those would be my two choices. Maybe being able to stay a little bit back would be good. But they, you know, not necessarily, because they can use blades and axes and clubs as well, so... Let's go Battle Magos. Let's go all in on the fireballs. Select a background. Add points in skills, influence, starting editions, and narrative content. Okay. An acolyte. You claim a connection with the divine that goes far deeper than most. Doesn't sound like this character I'm imagining in my head at this point. But what is attunement? Describes a character's magical energy and determines how many spells can be cast. Attunement refills fully when the character rests in a camp. Okay. We have a courtier. Your time spent kissing noble asses has made you a master of navigating the cutthroat politics of the imperial lay courts. Probably not, again, not really what I'm thinking for this. Criminal would probably lend itself to a rogue character, ex-legionary, more of a warrior probably. Gilder. Like so many of the Empire's young and promising, you were recruited into guild service at a fairly young age. As the saying goes, work for the illustrious guilds tends to leave you with gold on your purse and blood on your hands. Maybe not. Noble. An individual of old blood, you learned long ago that wealth and connections tend to open doors that are otherwise closed to the filthy masses. I kind of like the sound of that, actually, like a really arrogant sorcerer type. Yeah, could be. Sailor. You've heard the call of the mother of maelstroms, and salt water now runs in your veins. Probably not. Sellsword, probably more for a warrior type character. Street rat, again, for more of a thief character. Thug. Vagabond. I think I'm going to go noble. Yes, we're gonna maybe we'll make him quite pompous. Okay. Distribute points to your primary attributes and skills. These go a long way towards defining your character mechanically. So it's highlighted our primary stat for us, which is intellect. So I'd imagine we want to add a couple of points into that. Yeah, mental acuity, recall, and analytical skill. Influences crafting and lore. It's my main attribute, or attribute. What else? So agility, I guess, is kind of as it sounds. Measure of hand-eye coordination, nimbleness, and dexterity. Stealth, thievery, crit chance, initiative, range, yeah, dodge, maybe. How tough we are. Vitality, wounds, survival, toughness. I might give myself just a cheeky point in that, because I feel like we might need hit points. Presence, awareness, diplomacy, healing, willpower. That could be probably a good one for us. And strengths, probably not so much. So let's put a point into presence as well. I think I'm thinking about the dodge. Potential crit chance. I don't know if the spells can crit. Maybe I should just put an extra point into law, intellect, I mean. Right, so skills. Actually, these, yeah. So you actually put these up, it puts these up as well. So I've got 6 points to distribute. Athletics, jump, climb, swim, or sprint. So you do get skill checks, like in a D&D game, I think. Counts encumbrance from armor. We'll be wearing light armor. I'll leave it for now. Awareness. Notice details. I might increase that by 1. Crafting is influenced by my intellect. I don't kind of know what the crafting stuff is all about. Beyond there is crafting, so I might leave that for now. Diplomacy sounds like it might be quite a good one to have. Used to lie, bargain, or sway others in negotiations. Yeah, I might give myself an extra point in that. Healing used in camp to increase the rate of wound recovery for wounded characters. Also influences the amount of vitality regained from healing potions. It is used in dialogue tests. Could be quite useful to have, so I'm going to put a point in that. Law, general knowledge skill, I'll probably stick that up by a point. Stealth. Maybe survival, used to forage for food, navigate overland terrain, also determines general knowledge of nature. I don't feel like my character is particularly knowledgeable of nature. Might be good to have in the party though. Pick locks and pockets, probably not from this character. So maybe I'll add another diplomacy, maybe another awareness, like that. Okay. Secondary stats, vitality 10, wounds. So what are wounds? Wounds represent serious injury to the character. Wounds are much harder to recover for characters, typically requiring bed rest. So we've got 9 of those. Vitality is HP as it sounds, I'd imagine. The amount of damage a character can take before becoming seriously wounded. Vitality is fairly easily regained through the use of consumable items and spells. Attunement describes a character's magical energy. So that's probably more like mana, I guess. Yeah. Then we've got crit chance, initiative very low, because that's probably based on athletics and agility, which we're very low on. Melee damage low, which is a surprise. Dodge very low. So we're showing willpower is low. Willpower describes a character's ability to withstand mind-affecting conditions. Is that linked to presence, maybe? Yeah. Okay, well, we're going to get the opportunity to level up, I think, so yeah, we'll bear that in mind. These are the feats derived from your class. Distribute your development points in them to gain benefits and new abilities. To gain spellcasting abilities, you must purchase ranks in the relevant Violet feat tree. More spells can be learned by studying spell tomes you acquire. Okay. So what's this? Why is my name Andros? Arcane spellcasting. Ranks. Activate spellcast. So we probably want that, don't we? Oh, okay. How do I... Oh, okay, there we go. I've got rank 1 to activate spellcasting. That sounds probably useful. Touched by the reticulum. Don't know what that is. Increased spell aptitude. Increased law. Okay. Probably something for us to put a point in. I've got 5 more points. Light weapons initiate. Expert blades... Probably not going to do too much of that. Doesn't seem linked to armor, which I would like to do. So we've got air magic initiate. I want fire though. Fire. If we have 3 ranks, we'll learn 2 new spells from the fire magic school. That sounds pretty good. So tier 1, aura of flame. Targets all opponents in the aura area. Deal 4 to 8 magical damage. Okay, sounds good. Flaming Fists. Targets any opponent or ally adjacent to the caster. Okay. Fire Warrior. Targets the character themselves. Oh, to add strength and lesser frenzy. Alright. Mark of Illumination. Targets any opponent or ally anywhere on the battlefield. So, I'm guessing that makes it somewhat easier to hit. Probably. Okay, yeah, well, let's add 3 ranks of this. There we go, so it's done those spells. And probably tier 2. Yeah, we'll work towards that. I've got 2 more points. What could I put them in? So here we've got Arcane Font. Sorceress Initiative, increase crafting. I really want you to go down crafting. I guess we'll see what that looks like. Increased awareness will... Well, maybe we'll add some of that. We'll add some more awareness. Maybe we'll do that. Okay. Let's continue. Pick 2 new Fire Magic School 1 spells to learn. So I quite liked the sound of... probably the first 2. Because they're the damage spells, aren't they? This was kind of a self-buff, and this was highlighting someone to maybe make them easy to hit. So let's just add those. Finalize your character by editing their appearance. Okay. Gender male sounds good. Portrait. What should we look like? We're thinking Fire Mage. Yeah, noble swine. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Hairstyle. Okay. Oh, okay. So it's kind of how it... This doesn't affect the portrait. It's just how it looks on the little sprite. Well, that kind of looks a bit like the portrait, but he doesn't have any facial hair, so we'll have to get rid of that. 1. Is that clean shaven? Doesn't look like it. That's... yeah, probably that one. That's the clean shaven one, isn't it? We'll leave it at that as it is. Is that everything? I think that's everything. Continue. Type a name and press continue. Must be between 3 and 10 characters. Okay, so 10 characters. We got... well, let's probably pay homage to my rogue trader character. Will be Orinicus. How about that? Prologue. On the wine-dark, raging seas of the Outer Isles, a lone caravel struggles against the winds and waves towards the accursed island of Idra. The moan of creaking timbers, the tang of preserved fish. Your eyes slowly adjust to the darkness of the ship's dimly lit hold. Suddenly, something strikes the hull and the ship rocks violently. Your heart begins to pound and a feeling of unease grows in your stomach. Should we rouse myself from deep meditation? You get to your feet and become aware of agitated voices shouting up on deck. Something is not right. You should make your way up top and get a bearing on the situation. Let's be on our way. Okay, so where's to move? There is a mouse cursor. I think we can just move into stuff and activate, though. A desk with a maritime navigation map. The map is labelled The Outer Isles, and a course is drawn towards an island named Idra. Yeah, I don't think there's much else to be gained there. I think we can probably... Can we highlight things to interact with, maybe? Is there anything there? No. Okay. Ooh, interactables. We're going to get tutorials. Mousing over an interactable object will make a yellow outline appear. Oh, okay. So we can... It is useful with the mouse, then. Then left mouse click to interact, right click to examine. Okay. Holding down shift. Oh, okay. Highlight shift will highlight all interactable objects. So that's very useful. Some are hidden and won't be highlighted until they're spotted. Okay. I think line of sight plays a part. Okay, so we've got this chest as we know. Probably the door. What's in the chest? What's in the box? We've got a dagger and a light club. Let's click on those. I probably should equip like the eye. Is that inventory? What's inventory? Yeah, here we go. So yeah, let's pop the dagger in my... Can I use a dagger? Oh, to equip. Yeah. Okay. And that's probably some gold, is it? 11 gold pieces. All right. Is there anything over here? Don't think so. Let's go out the door. Locked. To your surprise, you realise that this door has been locked from the outside. It doesn't budge. Perhaps you could slip the lock with a thin blade or use something to smash it. Let's use the dagger. You slip the dagger through a gap in the door and lift the bar that was locking you in. The door begins to creak open. As the door swings open, you can now clearly make out cries from the deck above. You should make haste. Okay, let's go. So again, we'll just use this a little chest over here. Ooh, lots of stuff. Remember, I don't have the encumbrance on. That's the word I'm looking for. So we can pick up loads of stuff. Oh. You stop dead as you narrowly avoid stepping in a rust-red puddle. The stench of blood fills your nostrils, and as you look around in the dim light of the hold, you realize someone, or something, fought for their life here. The same moment the thought hits you, a hiss sounds from the shadows. You squint towards the shadows as a hunched, feral-looking form slowly slinks forwards. Tiny, disgustingly human-like hands, yellow fangs, and a grotesquely dexterous pink tail leave no doubt of the creature's rodent nature. Though as it emerges from the shadows, it becomes abundantly clear that what may have started life as a common ship rat has now grown into something that has no right to exist. A second hiss sounds behind you, and the abominations lunge at you. Attack. Okay, combat initiative. Combat tutorial, I mean. In combat, characters act in order of initiative. As we know, we have very low initiative. You can view the initiative order by using the initiative widget on the left side of the screen, as so. Mousing over the widget makes it pop out and tells us, yep. Note that mousing over a name will make that character's outline flash on the battlefield, okay? The widget on the lower right side represents the character's action points. The yellow pips represent movement points. The violet pips represent attacks. Okay. You can move a number of tiles each combat equal to your... Each combat, so not each turn, equal to your movement points and attacks. Is it supposed to say combat turn? Probably. But spending attacks to move means you won't be able to attack that turn. This is a good way of moving extra far, though. So, like, yeah. Performing an attack will clear out all remaining movement points. Oh, okay, so you can't attack then move. In other words, attacking will end the turn. Yeah, okay. Pressing shift in combat brings up the tactical overlay and makes it easy to see the exact positioning of characters and the underlying grid. In the settings menu, you can toggle the tactical overlay to always be on. Yeah, I didn't do that by default, though. Steel thyself. Okay, so this is our potential movement. Now, we can see the rats are going first. Deploy your party. Well, I think we want to put some distance between us and the rats. And then press begin combat. Okay. Damn it. Is there a combat log, just to sort of keep an eye on what's happening? Okay, well, I could perform an attack, a spell. So, Aura of Flame. What happens if I do that? Ah! Did I injure myself? Maybe. No, I think I just killed the rat. Well, that's probably all my movement as well, so I guess that's probably end of turn. How do I end my turn? Oh, I can move. I can perform... Oh, I thought it would do a bit more than that. Okay. I don't really want to use all my mana, so let's just attack it. Oh, wow. It's doing damage to me. I missed. Weak. I'm getting infected by something. God. Maybe I should use... How much health has it got? This thing says vitality 0 in the bottom right. There, we got it. Injured head. Killed a rat, but at what cost? Yeah, we'll take the rat tails. Why not? So let's highlight. Don't think I missed anything. We might want to take one of my health potions, though. What do I just... Oh, consume. Here we go. So if I go to my character screen, does it say anything? A weekly disease. Yeah, this is it. -1 agility. I've only got 1 agility. Can be removed by magic, though. So does it... Is it... Yeah, it's a 0 now, agility. Okay. Well, hopefully we can do something about that. What's that? Potatoes? Oh, we'll take the potatoes. Then we've got a choice of door. Oh, I turned the torch off. That's interesting. It's like a blood trail thing. Conditions. You have contracted a disease from your fight with the rats. You may see what conditions are affecting you by opening the character sheet. Click your portraits or play. So we've seen that. Not all conditions are negative, though. Negative conditions can often be cured by magical rest. The disease can be cured by a potion. Pick up and equip the lantern to search the area. Oh, okay. Hint, some containers are well hidden until your character spots them. Okay. What does it mean, pick up the lantern? This thing? How do I... What's that? Potion of Cure Disease. Very nice. Okay, well, let's use that. There we go. What's this? It said that potatoes alone can nourish a man's body indefinitely. The same cannot be said for his soul. Okay, fair dues. So what did it say about picking up the torch? I'm not casting light now, though, am I? How do I do that? To equip a small lantern, press T to equip it while exploring. Oh, okay. So, aha. Oh, nice. We found a barrel with some salt. Sure, I'll take some salt. And this horrible little trail. That's the... Yeah, that was the pool of blood he mentioned, I suppose. Let's turn the light out, because we might need to be stealthy, potentially, depending on what happens. You emerge onto the ship's lower deck. As your eyes adjust to the darkness, you become aware of a hulking figure standing in the shadows. "Berinicus, here at last," growls a rough voice. "Who's there? Show yourself." "It's Roland. Where the tides have you been?" Mind your own effing business. What's going on? "The island's in sight, but the damn guilders refuse to land. They want to turn back." So I've got to read the line before clicking, otherwise it disappears. "Did they say why?" "Only superstitious bilge. They claim they saw something in the water. Either way, our boys are about to show them some very real steel." "I knew I'd regret chartering a guilder ship." "And you'll regret not stopping our boys from murdering them if you don't get up to the damn deck." "Agreed. They deserve disciplining, not death." "Listen, I've been doing this since you were at the teat. Let's just get on with it." Let's go. For all the good it will do." "Wait, there's a few sailors up ahead, rattled as a pair of rabbits." "We're not here to make friends, if that's what you're suggesting." "Spill sailor blood and the guild will want to make you pay. Take the left door ahead and spare us some trouble and a pay cut." "Perhaps. Anything else you feel compelled to tell me?" "Let's just get off this bloody boat." Motioning for you to take the lead, Roland falls in behind you. From above, agitated shouts can be heard. New character. You've added a new character to your party. Press Q or the character portrait to swap the party leader. Might be worth doing because he's going to be a melee character, I think. The current leader's attributes are used for tests outside combat, such as awareness or stealth. Oh, okay. Familiarise yourself with the attributes and abilities of your party members and have the right character to take the lead depending on circumstances. Okay. When a new member joins your party, they level up to your current level. That's good. Because of this, we now see a level up icon on your new party member's portrait. It'll show up whenever the character is ready to level up. Double click to begin that process. Okay. So he's male human, arms master, level 1. Okay. So we want to level him up, yeah? How are we doing that exactly? Can I... Okay, it's got 11 things to do there, but nothing to add here. Okay. Okay, cool. So this is Bred for War, increased athletics, toughness. Okay, yeah, we'll do some of that probably. This is arms mastery, melee accuracy, precise strike. Okay, we'll definitely give him the melee accuracy. So we've got bow, axe. What's he actually? I don't even know what he's equipped with at the. You cannot exit this screen. Okay. I want to know what weapon he's got. Let's just reset and leave for now. Okay, so he's got equipped a two-hander, heavy blade. That seems fine. He's got light armor. Maybe I should give that to me. Actually, I should have this, shouldn't I? Hang on. There we go. So what's this? Headwear. Can I wear headwear? Yes, I can. What does it do? Soak. So soak is a measure of damage absorption. Usually conferred by armor. Some creatures also have natural soak ability due to thick hides. Okay. Can't like equip potions and stuff by the look of it. Okay, so this dude. So he's got studded leather. What am I wearing? Leather. Soak 3. Might swap armor with it. No, it'd be fine. I should probably drink that mana potion, shouldn't I? Yeah, let's get our mana. We're going to be in a big fight, I think, so let's do that. Let's look at his feet. So yes, we're gonna as we know, add that. Axe, club, shield, sword, two-hander. Yeah. Okay, I think that's more his style. Looking at that, give him at least 3 ranks in it. What was this? Okay, so we'll increase athletics and toughness. What have I got? 4 more. I'm gonna put 3 in there. Let's go all in on heavy weapons. And what's this? Increase toughness or charge durability, I suppose. Might just increase its toughness. Okay, so save. Doesn't have spells. Ability. Okay, I don't really get a lot of this, but that's fine. Where are we? Oh. So, how did he become the party leader? I'm the yeah, so... Okay. So he's the party leader now. I think that makes sense, seeing as, like, we're a bit weak. Barrel with a fish in it, I think that is. A Perklin or something was that? Okay, well, let's see what's in his chest. He's got some gold, got some lockpicks, I think that was. What does this do? I don't know if it did anything. I was hoping to maybe sharpen my weapon or something. That's where the blood is. So he said go in the left door, didn't he? Actually, who's got the best stealth? His stealth is 1. Mine's 1. Oh, mine's 0. Okay. Why's my stuff gone down? I'm sure I had at least 1 in this. I might be encumbered. Is it because of my helmet? If I take that out... Yes, okay, so I've actually... Oh, no, it's not. Is it because of my... I'll take that off now. Yeah, okay, it's because I put the light armor on. I still would quite like to wear it, though. I'm going to put it on. In any case, I think he's probably the most stealthy, so... Oh, okay, that's how you do it. You just... Okay, so yeah, fine. Just tap... Oh. I've pressed tab to try and go between characters. I don't know what that was, but it scared me. Okay, stealth. Press the hide button, which is this one, to go into stealth mode. Okay. While in stealth mode, stealth indicator becomes visible. A yellow indicator means you're in danger of being spotted. While your indicator is yellow, it will count down to 0%. When it reaches 0, you are spotted and will become visible. Moving in lit areas and being close to other characters will make the counter go down very fast, so stick to shadows and avoid characters. Your ability to stay hidden is dictated by your stealth skill. Okay, well, we have very poor stealth on both characters. If it goes green, you are no longer in danger of being spotted. Spending time in green areas will refill your stealth meter. Okay. So yes, we'll do 3. It's going down very quick, isn't it? I don't know if we're going to make it. Oh, we're green now, so it's gonna start going back up. Hoping these guys are facing the other way. Can I go back to 3? Damn it! I wanted to look in this box. Wanted to use diplomacy, but it's probably going to be better on my main character. The sailors stare at you, wide-eyed and terrified. Dead Emperors, it's coming for us! It whispers to me! One of them draws a weapon with shaking hands. I'm going to try diplomacy. Dice roll. Diplomacy 1 plus 2d6. Difficulty 10. So we've got potential of 13. Roland must roll a 9 or above. Okay. Oh, rolled a 10. You bring glory upon thine ancestors. Nice, okay. The men stopped dead in their tracks, seemingly shocked back from their momentary lapse of sanity by your words. The pair blinks towards you in a moment of indecision and then stumble up to the main deck and a tumult that seems to be taking place there. Okay. Well, let's have a look at this. So what is this? A crate. It's 3 piles of salt. Wasn't perhaps the most exciting thing I could have got. What's this? Go down and have a look at this stuff now. What's that? A note is scrawled in crude letters. Cook, I cannot stand another meal of salted fish. There is a limit to how long a man can live on salt, potatoes and perklin. Take head or get a dagger in the eye, you cheap bastard. Okay. Said we got a new recipe. Maybe that's for the meal that's not very popular apparently. Okay. That might be the way to the upper deck. I kind of thought maybe we'd go up here first though. Okay, we cannot rest there. What's this? Another chest. Shoddy wooden chest. Thievery. 2 versus difficulty 10. Athletics 6. Okay, so if we let's force it. Success. Athletic. Yeah. Okay, so we still need to do another one of those though. Nice. Okay, what do we get? A masterwork short sword. Okay, they seem good. I mean, I'm not going to equip. Maybe I could equip that on our character. I keep pressing I, thinking it'll go to inventory, but it doesn't. So I might take the masterwork short sword in place of that. Not that I hope to be using it very much. Take a buckler as well. I'm assuming that won't get in the way of us casting spells. Thievery one. Okay, so I'll leave, and then we'll switch back to Roland because he should be able to break down the door. Force. Done it. Okay, what's in here? Oh. What's that? You recognise the corpse of one of the crewmates, a young man of barely 16 years called Sullum. The youth has been mauled to death by what you assume are the grotesquely altered rats you encountered just minutes ago. The corpse is still warm. Yuck. Or Sullum. What's this? A fine dagger. We got attunement potions or mana potions, basically. And what's this? Ooh, loads of stuff here. I'll take all that. And what's in here? Another desk with some gold. We've got surgeons. Oh, thought I'd read that. Okay, we'll take all of that though. And read the book. Journal was kept by the ship surgeon of the Zephyr. Read. Written on the day of departure from the mainland. Left Adler's helm today with a full complement of passengers. Mercenaries by the looks of it. Paid well. Ship was dispatched by Guild before we could fully restock medical supplies. Hopefully we won't need them. Then again, our passengers make me uneasy. Written 5 days ago. Brawl in mess. Had to set nose. Men seem on edge. Can't say I blame them. Have been sleeping poorly and dreams are unsound. 4 days ago. Eigen came to me today with a bite wound that he sustained while working in the hold. Didn't see creature, and I would say it was a rat's bite if it weren't for the size and some aspect of the dentition that I find hard to explain properly. 2 days ago. Was visited today by Navigator Aslam. He asked for Whitefern, a sedative, claimed he had trouble sleeping. Suspected he was not fully forthcoming, and when pushed he mumbled something about the stars being odd. Not sure what he meant, and he left before I could push him further. Written today. Men are about to break. We cannot maintain our course for Idra. Captain advised me today to make ready the surgery and to expect casualties. I suspect he intends to inform our passengers that he refuses to land on the island. If this is my last... The entry trails off. So I was just wondering on my character, so this sword, accuracy +1, damage 2 to 7, crit 2.4, value 400. This dagger, meanwhile, is much worse. So maybe I'll keep this equipped for now. And his sword, what does that do? Accuracy 0 or +0, damage 1 to 12. Yeah, so he does quite a lot of damage with that one-hander. Yeah, okay. Cool. Maybe he should have the helmet. Makes sense, doesn't it? I think we're past sneaking, so he can still lead the... Oh, I keep doing that tab. Leave. Do I do the ladder here? Ah. You emerge onto the deck and see two groups of men facing each other with weapons drawn. The ship shakes violently in the grip of a storm as lightning tears across the sky. Amidst the din of the storm and their frantic arguments, you bellow for the attention of the assembled crewmen and mercenaries. Both the ship's captain and the leader of the mercenaries you hired, a coarse thug of a man named Estavo, turn their attention to you. They look ready to use the unsheathed weapons in their hands at the slightest provocation. Okay, let's address the captain. You direct attention to the ship's captain. You know him to be a reasonable but suggestible man. At present, his usually placid eyes are wild with panic or anger. I paid you passage to the shore, did I not? The captain lowers his weapon and speaks earnestly. The coast of Idra is cursed. We heard tales and assumed them grog-drenched rumours only, but there is summit between us and the shore that will drag us all to a watery grave. What are you talking about? What have you seen? Naught but glimpses. My men have seen the shadow of something deep in water, stalking us. Nothing natural moves like that. Estavo glares murderously at the captain. You renege on a deal based on a glimpse? There is desperation in the captain's voice. We are seasoned sailors. We do not balk at shadows. You need to be alive to rescue this girl you speak of. We're out of time. Send us in or argue the point with Estavo. Estavo turns his steely gaze from you to the captain. Okay, so this is Estavo talking. Let me spell this out for you, Sea Dog. We contracted to rescue the girl, but if you don't get us to the shore, we'll gut you for free. The mercenaries you hired all shift their weight in anticipation of making good on that promise. Captain, he's right. Do what you were hired to do. Something changes in the captain's expression. He stands tall. I will not order my ship and my men to certain doom. We shall not get any closer to the coast while I have command. Diplomacy versus 10. I believe you, but my contract with these men does not mention your survival. Yeah, so I get +5 for this. So we'd only need to roll a 5 on a 2 6 dice. So that's pretty good. Got a 9. Very nice. A few of the ship's crew lower their weapons. The captain's eyes flit between you and Estavo's murderous grin. He sheathes his blade and speaks softly, his voice barely audible over the snapping sails. So be it. May the deep have mercy. 300 XP. Oh dear. Suddenly, huge monstrous tentacles burst from the water around the ship. For a split second, before the terror sets in, you wonder what Estavo must be thinking as the monstrosities loom over him. After reaching their full height, the tentacles curve inwards and smash into the ship. Some pierce straight down through the deck, others snap the masts like they were matchsticks. You stand frozen in place. Through a haze of splintered wood and panicked screams, you notice Roland. He throws himself out of the way of a tentacle but begins to fall overboard as the ship lurches once more. I mean, I would go to Roland's aid, but I feel like my character might leave him to his fate. No, let's save Roland. Go to his aid. You dash towards the ship's fractured rail, dodging holes in the deck and wounded men, beseeching you for help. Roland hangs by one arm from the side of the ship. Try to grab him. You lunge for Roland's arm, but he loses his grip, and your fingers close only around thin air. You missed him by an inch. He falls wordlessly downwards. You watch as he is swallowed by the raging sea. The ship is listing fatally, and you see the great tentacles high above you, poised for the coup de grace. Abandon ship! As you jump, you hear the terrible rending of wood giving into flesh. The impact of the water winds you. The waves pummel you down. The currents beseech you to go deeper, ever deeper. Blissful blackness. Sink. Two weeks earlier. Okay. This wasn't in the demos. Or was it? Can't remember. It's been a while since I played it. I think it may have been, actually. This is the Barren Estate. while we're here, why don't we have a quick quest starter to Twilight Meeting? Let's have a quick look at our journal while we're here. See what's going on here. A Twilight Meeting. This is our main quest, I think. I've been summoned to the estate of the Lord Cato Berin, or Cato Berin, my father's old patron. Though I grew up here, I've not been back for decades due to the unfortunate manner in which my father left the service of House Berin. I do not know why Cato summons me now, and I must venture to find out. Man Overboard, day 151. Is that how long? No, that can't be how long I was playing. Prologue. Roland fell overboard. Oh, right. Oh, it's probably time of day. There we go. Roland fell overboard about half an hour after I woke up. Factions. Most people are probably neutral to me right now, but there is a lot of factions. Okay. Okay, well, let's go in a little bit further. See what's going on here. This dude, what's going on with you? A guardsman dressed in the livery or livery? Maybe I'll say livery of the noble House Berin. The guard scowls somewhat at you.
Armsmaster Lyra awaits you at the main entrance. You best talk to her if you've not already done so.
Maybe we will. Is that them? Come here, whelp. Gideon. An aging armoured man in the livery of House Berin stands and scowls at you. Eyes like coal peer out from a craggy face, fringed top and bottom with wild, white hair. Let's return his challenging stare. The older man crosses his massive arms, steps forward and leans towards you.
So, young sellsword, come looking for a scrap, have you?
Though his voice is full of gravel, there is now a glint in his eyes, as though the old coals have begun to warm up. Gideon, you old fool! A single bark of laughter emanates from the dense beard as he embraces you in a crushing bear hug. Gideon may be older and greyer, but from the force of his hug, you don't reckon you'd have any more chance of beating him now than you did as a 12-year-old. Go easy, you old boar! Gideon steps back and allows you to breathe again before grabbing you by the shoulders.
We heard of your father's passing. Truly he sits with the golden dead now. Tell me, how did he die?
Drunk and reeking of his own piss. The man's eyelids droop, near fully glazed.
It was a cruel fate that befell your father, and yours crueler still. For what it's worth, I'll bear memory of him as the good honest man he was before.
Gideon is quiet a moment and then offers a sad smile.
We'll raise a cup to his name together, you and I. Soon as you're done with the master.
Gideon, why am I here?
Master Cato will chew your ear plenty when you see him, Berinicus. Lyra, the new master-at-arms, awaits you by the main entrance. She'll escort you, and don't ask her not to, if you think I had a temper.
The joke fails to hide the note of anxiety in the grizzled house guard's voice. We can try and do a diplomacy check. What are you hiding from me, old boar? Oh, we've got to roll a 10 or above. Okay, it's a pretty hard roll. And we don't pass this one.
I won't betray my master's confidence by saying more. Best you see him yourself.
The man offers a smile, but it fails to iron out the concerned creases around his eyes. Very well, I'll go look for the master-at-arms.
If you want to explore, for old time's sake, take this lantern. Lord Berin will wait, and we don't want you getting lost in the hedge maze again.
The man laughs heartily and hands you a small brass lantern.
Whatever may come to pass, it did this old warrior a barrel of good to see you again, boy.
The old man slaps you on the shoulder in parting, almost knocking you off balance. He then seems to remember something as he leans in conspiratorially.
My damn knees are acting up again. Can't hardly sleep on account of the aches. Let me tell you, I'd take an arrow in the leg any day.
Skyrim reference, I expect.
If you're going over to the kitchen later for a bit of grub, a bottle of brandy from the wine cellar would make me a happy man.
Gideon shifts as if to emphasize his stiff knees.
But first, don't keep Lyra waiting any longer. Talk to her first and I'll be here later.
Okay, can I go over this stuff? Looks like I can. Alright, well maybe we should speak with... Oh, hello, doggy. Dog. You pet the dog. Yeah, we do. This is probably Lyra, right? A woman stands before the main entrance to the villa. Her posture speaks of a graceful, coiled power, that of a dueling ace. No wonder she is the new master-at-arms for House Berin. If I click on Berin, does it get any explanation? Oh, it does. Cool. The House of Berin is one of the richest and most influential houses in the north. The current head is Lord Cato Berin. As you approach, she offers a quick, neat bow, just low enough to be respectful. Greetings, Berinicus. Master Kato welcomes you back to House Berin. The Master is eager to meet with you, and is ready at your leisure. However, if you wish to refresh yourself first, he suggests you visit the kitchen for some food, and then perhaps walk the grounds and gardens. Why have I been summoned? That is for the Master himself to answer, and he will soon enough. For now, please get some food and look around. I'm sure old Gideon would be happy to see you if you've not talked to him already. Very well. Excellent. Though I'm sure you still know your way around the grounds, the kitchen is in the building to the east, and the garden hedge mage is to the west. Come back and check in with me once you've stretched your legs. Okay, let's do some exploration. We'll do the kitchens first, maybe. See if we can get that brandy for old Gideon. Expect you're just a guard. Guard, yeah. I don't think we need to talk to all the random guards. Oh, okay. You'll find the kitchen in the eastern end of the courtyard. The garden hedge mage is to the west, and I needn't remind you that it's a poor idea to enter the maze without a lantern. Have a good evening, my lord. Alright, go around. Oh, he's blocking the blimmin' way. Get out of the way. This is very much like the old Ultima 4 experience. People being in the way when you're trying to get somewhere. You enter the kitchen and a pair of scullions offer a hurried bow. It's also much quieter, emptier, and gloomier than you remember. Of course, old Magda is no longer where she used to be, sitting by the oven, kind, red-faced, and tending a shank of lamb. Let's reminisce. You remember the matronly woman as she sat, humming to herself, pouring fat over the roasting meat. Child, come here, will ya? Magda was always a beacon of kindness in a childhood where such qualities were few and far between. Go to Magda. Magda clasps you gently with her tubby hand. Have you eaten yet? Before you can answer, she produces a small bundle of treats from her apron and hands it to you. As son to the Master-in-Arms for the Great House Baron, you did not go wanting. Materially, at least. Thank you. Magda looks down at you with kind eyes as you pick at the bundle. He's here again, down in the cellar. He's not so good, my child, sleeping now. It'd be best if you got him to bed afore his men saying like this. Again? The knot in your stomach is as real now as it was when you were 12. I'll go get him. Don't worry, he won't make a fuss, he just needs time. You know, Berinicus, deep wounds take a long time to heal. The old woman turns back to her meat and resumed her meandering humming. The sound of a man clearing his throat snaps you back out of your reminiscing. Can I help you, my lord? The man in a chef's outfit offers in a hoarse voice. Guess we just leave. Who's this fellow? The chef offers a short bow and a tired but sincere smile. I'm Chef Armand, and my humble kitchen... Chef Armand, maybe he's French. Oh yeah, I am Chef Armand, and my humble kitchen is at your disposal, my lord. Sadly, I was told of your arrival only minutes ago, and my oven must be fired up again. You must be famished. Indeed, I am. My suggestion is thusly. While I stoke the fire, you run down into the pantry and fetch some cured ham and cheddar cheese. I will then teach you how to cook my renowned melted cheese sandwich, and you shall never want for an evening meal for as long as you live. Very well. Splendid. The pantry is west of the wine cellar, and the cheese is kept in the northernmost room. Return when you have the cured ham and cheddar, and I shall provide bread and instructions. Now, venture forth into the underworld. Gideon has asked me to fetch him a bottle of brandy. Ha! The title wretch is too cowardly to come himself, so he sends you instead. Well, the brandy will be at the end of him, I say. Then again, who am I to deny the old fool his few pleasures? You'll find a crate of fine Gorriman brandy in the northeast corner of the wine cellar. Chef Armand wanders back and forth, tending the fire and keeping his kitchen tidy. He has the gait of a man who has been on his feet for too many hours. I think we probably find the wine cellar. I think it's down that hatch, isn't it? Oh, I have stealth. I didn't want to do that. I was just trying to press shift. So what's this thing? Crafting! This is the crafting screen. To create new items, double-click ingredients in your inventory and place them in the workstation, and then press craft. If the recipe is valid, new items will be created. Okay, well he'll probably go through this when he teaches how to melt cheese onto bread, apparently. Right, let's go in here. I should have the lantern. Oh. This game really wants us to have a lantern. Empty bottles litter the floor of this room. You chuckle to yourself as you imagine the kitchen staff in their wine tasting sessions. No doubt much revelry has taken place here. Then a cool gust of air from the passage to the north. The wine cellar lies that way, and you can almost hear faint sobbing. Ghosts, no doubt. We could go northwards. You're gripped by a long-hidden memory upon entering this part of the cellar. You sealed it away, but in doing so preserved its strength, and now it demands freedom. You can still recall smelling him before you could make out his writhing shape in the dim light of the cellar.
Mistress Valeria, open the door!
Your father doesn't even notice you in the throes of his intoxicated ramblings.
How could they take her? Her chambers were locked from inside. Where is she?
Trying to shake some sense into him. Your father jolts upright, the bloodshot whites of his eyes glaring out of the darkness.
Oh, we found her, wandering the forests outside the estate. Mistress Valeria.
Help him stand. Haltingly and leaning heavily on you, your father manages to stand.
She was never the same. Whatever happened broke her. It was the girl, you know. The seed was planted in Valeria that night, but how could you know? You were but a babe yourself.
You help the now sobbing man out of the cellar. Stop it, father.
Your Cato trusted me, but I failed him. But Valeria was the one to pay the price. Mine broken by that spawn of a child.
Your father's voice seethes with fury. Enough!
Don't talk back to me, you bastard. What do you know about honour? As much as your harlot mother.
Your father steps away from you unsteadily, tears streaming down his contorted face. Shut up, shut up, shut up! You draw a ragged breath and snap out of the memory, your knuckles white. You're alone in the damp cellar and don't particularly feel like dwelling here. Not happy memories for this place. Let's see if our lantern reveals anything. What's this? Brandy! You'll take that. Now what's here? There's the ham. I think we should take all of it. Now I imagine... Have I got a map? If I press M, does it bring one up? Oh, I can't. Oh, that's making count. Journal... Arsaturn. Oh well. Wonder if I could just see if we were looping back round, but I imagine that is what we're doing. Yeah, okay, well we'll try that door that was to the north then. I don't know what that leads to. Ooh, the cheese room apparently. Take a bunch of cheese wheels. Is there anything else? I guess not. Alright, let's go back up to the chef then. Chef Armand. Oh, wait, we've said that already. I have the ham and cheese. Perfect. First of all, here is some bread. Now the carton is quite empty and just warm enough for you to use. Remember, you need both the bread and cheese to make the perfect sandwich. Now, go give it a try and bring me the result. I shall see if you have it in you. Okay, so now we'll do the crafting. So, if I just click that, it automatically adds the ingredients there. Let's just do one. I mean, I could make multiple. Well, he only gave me one bread, so I can't make multiples. But now I have cheese sandwich. Food value 13. Is that... That's not the gold value, because that's 4 GP, so that's probably as much healing as it does, maybe? For a few short moments whilst eating a melted cheese sandwich, all is well in the world. Amen to that. Okay, well, let's go and give our... Oh, we were going to give it to Armand. Hold on, let me see what you made. Present the sandwich for inspection. Armand wafts the scent of the grilled sandwich towards his nose. Ah, the crust of the bread, the softness of the cheese, the savoriness of the ham. Perfection. You shall indeed never go hungry again in the night. Nice. Okay. What's up this way? Don't know. Locked doors, apparently. Let's go and give the brandy to old Gideon. Have your medicine. I guess that's the one.
Oh, that's some fine foraging, young whelp.
Before you can get a word in, Gideon snatches the bottle, uncorks it, and drinks deeply. The old man, eyes closed in relief, lets out a deep sigh.
Oh, may your sleep be dreamless.
He speaks as if to himself. May your sleep be dreamless? Gideon smiles sadly.
An old soldier's greeting. Something one of the mercenary would say to another as a prayer, to not dwell on painful memories. The kind that comes with the work. Your father and I.
Gideon halts momentarily and looks at you.
Your father and I would always part with those words. Now, I've held you long enough. Be on your way.
Alright. We could do the maze. Have I still got the lantern? I guess so. I hear Master Kato isn't seeing anyone. Who are these guys? No, they're just guests we can't really speak to. Okay. That looks like the hedge maze, but what's down this way? Formal gardens, but what's this? Know where I can go. Alright, hedge maze time then. You stand before the gate to the hedge maze. It stirs old feelings of both dread and elation. The sounds and smells of the estate grounds, as they were long ago, call to you from distant memory. You feel you could easily plunge into their depths. Let yourself go and remember.
Which daydream is it this time? Are you valiantly defending me from rebels again?
Embla throws a pine cone at you, snapping you from your reverie. She's 10 years old and you're a year her senior.
Let's play hide and seek in the maze. I'll hide.
You faintly hear someone yell her name from the distance.
You better run, Star Child. Only my mother ever calls me that,
Embla says, frowning.
Where did you hear it from?
Before you can reply, she flings another pine cone at you and darts off into the maze. Give chase. You hear a man's voice yell Embla's name again, much closer now. Either way, she's lost you in the winding passages of the hedge maze. Your memory tugs at you, urging you on to the centre of the maze. Okay. Well, I'm going to do my traditional maze method, which is to always turn left. So we're gonna just keep going left as far as we can, and then backtrack if we couldn't, and then we'll take the next left. It's never let me down. I want to go this. Yeah, can't go that way, so we'll go this way. Oh, this looks promising. Is this the middle? You stand at the centre of the maze. It feels much less impressive than you remember. The ornamental pond was once an ocean. The rock at its heart, a windswept island.
You found me, Daydreamer.
You remember the tone of her voice and can almost see the impish 10-year-old girl wading through the pond.
Why'd you always come here? I like the water, it's so calm.
Embla shoots you a mischievous look. You notice the faintest tang of ozone. She makes a slow-motion hop through the water, her fingers trailing the pond's surface where water and skin meet. Strange colours bleed and spread across the surface.
Embla, you'll get in trouble, stop it.
Embla moves her fingers across the water's surface like a painter's brush. Colours spill across the pond, and for a sleeping moment you fancy that you can see cloud-topped mountains. Or was it the ramparts of an impossibly large city reaching towards the heavens? The silence is shattered by a shout, along with the beguiling images. Mistress Embla, the master requests you in the house immediately. That's my father.
Oh, Mistress Embla, the master requests you in the house immediately.
That's my father. Something's wrong. It's Mother. She's ill again. I think I cause it. With what I can do, it poisons her mind. How long until Mother isn't Mother? Or until Father isn't Lord? Or your father isn't Master at Arms? How long will any of it last? I don't know. No one does. Do you ever feel like everything is a lie? Like there's a veil that covers everything, but in some parts it's thin enough to see through?
Embla starts as your father steps breathily into the enclosed garden. He's red-faced from exertion and anger.
Young lady, you can't run off like this. Your whole estate's looking for you. Your mother's ill. She needs you now.
Your father shoots you a stern glance.
I'll deal with you later.
Embla says nothing as your father grabs her by the arm and hauls her past you, back to the house. She doesn't meet your eyes as you pass. Finding yourself back in the present, a chill has crept into your bones. You best move on. Was there another way to get here? I guess we could try to explore the rest of the maze, now that we've... I say, He's quite lost. See if then I don't know. There might be something to happen upon in other parts of the maze potentially. Doesn't look like. I just kind of want to push back the fog of war in these areas. You never know. We might have found a secret or something. Doesn't look like it though, so let's take this way out. Just gonna go over here. Okie doke. Can we go over here? Well, we can, but it doesn't look like there's particularly anywhere to go. About here. Okay, we can get back there. So, I kind of wish I had a map of the area, just to kind of see if I've been everywhere. I think I likely have. And also, I think that's probably getting to time on this episode. So, I think when we come back, I shall continue. We're going to go in and talk to the Lord of the Estate, Kato, and kind of find out what leads us to be on that ill-fated voyage. I don't think we died, but we probably weren't doing too well last time we saw us, were we? So thanks very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this first episode of Skald against the Black Priory. We haven't had much of a glimpse of it yet, but I think I've read in the reviews that there's quite a few sort of Lovecraftian and horror elements to the game as well, so I'm looking forward to diving into that a bit more. But yeah, if you enjoyed this first one, if you could hit that thumbs up button, that's always appreciated, as would be leaving me a comment. What do you think of the game so far? Did you play any of these sort of very old games that inspired it? Let me know your thoughts. I can remember playing Ultima 4 for ages, about age 10 or 11, something like that. And I didn't really have a clue what I was doing. I can remember starting the game a lot, playing a few hours, and then kind of fizzling out, realising that I wasn't really getting anywhere. But I enjoyed it nonetheless. I mean, let me know if you played any of those and kind of what your memories are of it. There's a lot of nostalgia. And yeah, if you did enjoy it and you haven't already subscribed to the channel, if you could do that, that would be amazing. So thanks very much, and I hope to see you next time. Bye for now.